Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Dude, you know what? Today may be the day that I flip out. No, just kidding. I'm good.
You're on a tight string there, or a tightrope. What do they call it? Yeah. Feeling
I
a
just
little high
want the
strung.
sunshine back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard because I started a training program that is like 3 times a week outside, and I'm supposed to run a mile and a half today, and I'm like, I can do it. I'll just wear moisture wicking clothes. It's fine. The snow is just blowing sideways.
Yeah, it's been so flipping cold. We didn't.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know Utah very well, I am a lot further west than what Bethany is. So we actually didn't get any snow. We got a lot of rain and hail. But up on that east bench, you guys got what, almost an inch? A little more?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, it's melted, but it's still just kind of like those, like, it's blowing flurries.
Yeah.
But yeah, I live right at the mouth of the canyon, so we get the brunt of the winds too. Um,
Yes.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it was crazy. And then it was like, so the night before last, it was like blowing water, and we discovered there's a tiny hole in our bedroom window.
Oh
And so
no.
the water was coming in, and then the wind would blow it, so it would gurgle. It sounded like an alien was trying
Oh
to get
jeez.
in.
Oh, that is all night. That's annoying. That
I
is.
put in earplugs. I was like, screw this. Because, I mean, when the winds get really strong like that, I have to, because like 70
Yeah.
mile an hour winds, like I
It
cannot.
just howled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can hear
It's
everything outside.
it's intense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
We
the only way I can sleep. So,
we had some pretty good wind, um, but nothing too crazy. And then my daughter had a track meet yesterday, and they don't cancel spring sports for pretty much anything
oh shoot,
because
and it's
they're
like
not the
snowing.
tightrope to get it done before school ends.
Yeah.
So, but that was actually at Fremont, which is really, really west. And it was like sunny and dry.
What? Oh, it's weird.
It was so crazy. Like the very beginning of the meet at like 4 o'clock, what it was cloudy, but within like 30 minutes of the meet, the clouds just, opened up and it was sunny
That's so
and
crazy.
yeah, it was nice. But then my son had football practice, so we went to Roy, which is not West Roy, and it was freezing cold. It was raining. It actually ended up turning into a really cold sleet. So he and I
Oh,
were just soaked to the core after his practice. But um,
wow.
he did great. So I mean, there's that.
They're a little bit more like tough, I think, when they're kids. Like the cold
Yes.
doesn't permeate their bones quite as because I
No,
remember being outside in like really cold weather as a kid.
it didn't even
And it
matter.
was totally fine. Or like really hot, the opposite end of the spectrum. Like in California, it would get to like 115 in the summer, and we would just be
Yeah,
like, it's fine.
yeah,
So
yeah.
crazy.
It's
So,
man, man.
well,
Yeah.
what are you drinking today?
I went to the Daily Rise this morning, and I have a French roast with hazelnut and coconut
Ooh,
flavoring, but
yummy.
only half because we all know I don't like it too sweet.
Yeah.
And then extra ice, of course. And I wanted a little cream, but they kind of got a little heavy-handed with the cream.
Ew. That's funny.
So yeah, so it's a little lighter than what I typically like, but that's okay. That I'm telling you what, that hazelnut coconut combo is like, oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I don't like coconut, so
Oh, oh,
I
oh.
know.
I don't like
I
the
like it
actual.
on my face, but I don't like it in my mouth. It doesn't taste
I
good.
don't like the texture of it, but like the flavor. Oh,
Yeah.
like a pina colada. Oh my gosh, tiger's
I do
blood.
like pina
That's my jam.
coladas.
Yes,
I
I just
mean,
don't
if
like
it's
the
got some
texture of actual
sweetness,
coconut.
like maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Well, I'm excited to show you my new mug that I picked up in Kanab a couple of weeks ago
Oh yeah,
because
that's.
it matches my
Oh, that's
life.
cute.
Oh, I don't know if it's okay. There we go.
Yeah,
Messy bun
messy
and
bun and
getting
get
stuff done.
stuff done. I like it. I like
But
it.
then it's so cool because on the inside it says Rise and Slay. And
Oh,
then
that's
on the
cool.
other side, it says, good things happen to those who hustle.
I need that mug in my life.
Well, it's funny because I picked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. And Tay was like, that's more of a Jamie mug than a you mug. Like, he totally was like,
That's so funny. I love it.
and I was like, it might be, but I'm keeping it for me because I love it. If they had two, I totally would have
Oh
gotten you
my
one
gosh.
too. But I was just
That's
like,
so funny.
and it's in my colors and everything. I'm like, I've never seen a more
Yeah,
perfect mug. But
it's
what I am
perfect.
drinking is Bulletproof Coffee. It's
Oh,
not
nice,
it's
nice.
not done the bulletproof way. It's actually the
Oh,
Bulletproof brand.
well, there
So
you go.
so
There
and
you
we've kind of been on this, like Taylor's been studying coffee a little bit more, and he was talking about how like through the refining process, like there's molds and stuff that's like really common to have in the beans, like through and I'm gonna mess this up, but anyway, so this is one where it's like certified that it's like super clean coffee, and
Oh
so
yeah,
we're
that's
drinking it to see if we feel a difference.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
delicious. I just did it with a little bit of organic half and half, and that's it.
I like it. I like it. We too at home have moved into an organic everything too. But holy cow, tell you what, you better be able to throw down some serious cash because buying everything organic is crazy expensive. Oh
It
my god.
really is. It's an adjustment. Well, and
Yeah.
I do the meal prep and all of that's
Yeah.
organic. So
Yeah.
like
It's
I have to
crazy.
charge, yeah, I charge kind of a lot, but I mean, I don't charge that much more than other companies that do
Yeah.
meal
Yeah.
prep, but not organic. And then I provide organic ingredients. Like, and the meats, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, like it's ridiculous how much more expensive they are, but it's so worth it to me. I feel like I feel better.
Yep.
It
That's
just,
me
it
too.
tastes better.
Yeah.
So,
I I
yeah.
agree. I do. And I was buying organic eggs from the store, and they're like $6.99 a dozen, and so that's a lot for 12 eggs. But
It
they'd never had like that really deep yellow like
Mhm.
yolk, that really deep yellow creamy yolk. So I was like, something's not right here because I know that it should have that. So I went to a friend of mine who has chickens, and I bought some of hers. Let me tell you what, made me some eggs with some fresh rosemary, thyme, and chives from my herb garden with
Yummy.
these farm fresh eggs. Oh, so
I
good.
do prefer farm fresh over organic any day. Like
Oh,
I have
so
a
good.
friend who lives in West Warren, and I think she's got like 20 chickens and
Yeah.
they're all free range. And so I'm just like, if you have extras, give me some of
Yep.
those.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
there's nothing that compares to like a farm fresh egg.
so
It's
good.
so
And I
good.
like opened the carton, and they're like, there's like light blue and a little bit darker blue and brown, and like they're like beautiful to look at.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, wow, these are really spectacular.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's business?
Yeah, we're just all over the place today. So I took my commercial prep kitchen for a test drive yesterday. Did my first round of meal prep. I think I overbooked myself on that because I made 70 meals yesterday,
Whoa.
and it was a lot. There was a good split between like the half size and the full size. So um it was I was a little bit behind. Like I didn't really do the timing right, I think. But I mean, getting into like a new kitchen and like figuring things out and like the different
Yeah.
quirks and stuff, it definitely tested me, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing that. It's weird that I'm just like, I'll just add on another business, but it's fun and it's only one day a week, and I'll cap it at like maybe 4 or 5 clients and call it
Yeah.
good. But yeah, and then I'm able, like I love being able to, I'm weird. I like to feed people. And
Girl, that is my love language. I love to have people over for dinner, have people
yeah,
over for breakfast. I don't
right.
care what it is. That's
Yes,
I get it.
same.
I
I
totally
love
get it.
cooking for people. Like
Yep.
it's weird. Like we could just hang out, but if I can make you food, like that's
Yeah.
like my happy place. So
Yeah.
this is really speaking to my level of like my love language, I guess, or like my need to create and my need to provide for people. And so that's been a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm actually looking at now, like, I wonder if I could bring somebody on to like do the majority of the prep, and then I can just handle the admin and the shopping and making sure the ingredients are good. Because it was a lot. It's a lot on me because I do it all in one day. So I was
chopping and all that.
Yeah, I was on my feet from 8 a.m. to about, I got home at 8:30 p.m. And so I was just like, okay, that's a little bit long. And that's why I look like this today, because I'm like, I'm not about to like go get ready. But then our like photography has been just blowing up. We're doing a lot of senior pictures. And so that's been fun. I actually am doing a chamber event tonight, so I'm shooting their annual gala.
Oh, is that
I never know if it's I never know if you say gala or gala. How do you say it?
I think it same shit either way.
I feel like I flip flop back and forth. Like sometimes I'll say gala, sometimes I say gala. So
that's how I
anyway,
I'm like it is the exact same thing regardless, right?
Yeah. So I'm doing that, which like I ordered a romper because having to like photograph in a dress is really difficult, but it didn't get here, so I'm gonna have to wear a dress. So that'll be fun. But anyway.
Is it black tie? Is theirs a black tie?
Yeah. And I'm not doing the full cocktail attire, but I got just like this nice like cotton dress. It's got long sleeves and it's like kind of tapered, and then it has like a little tie at the waist, and then it's like got just kind of a cool skirt on it. So and it's super comfortable. So I'm like, I'll just wear that and then I'll just kind of blend into the background, but I'm not like super dressed up. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I've never done an event like this before. Taylor has, but he's not able to be there tonight. So I'm just going to kind of wing it and see how it goes. But
I like it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's good. And then, with business, it's just kind of like, I feel bad because I've been kind of leaving hippie skin behind. I mean, I'm still working on it and everything, but we've been focusing on the yoga studio and planning out our events for the summer. I'm trying to like start thinking about planning a grand opening, but with school finishing up, I am like, oh my gosh, like there's too much on my plate right now. So, but we are shooting for a reopening in June, probably like mid-June. And so I think what we'll do is just have like a big open house. We'll have like drinks, we'll have snacks, and just let people kind of come through. I'll probably put together some grab bags because that's always fun, or like swag bags, I guess.
Let me know because we can maybe we can do some like gift cards for Moxie blankets if you want to throw like more stuff in there.
Hell yeah, I am all about that. So we'll plan that eventually. I probably should get started on it. It's like mid-April. Why does the time go so fast?
Right.
But we did just create a hyaluronic lip serum that I've been using and super love it. So I'm working on designing some lip moisture kits where we'll have like the hyaluronic serum and then our lip balm that goes with it. So
nice. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, so that'll be fun because I haven't ever really addressed lip care because it's so hard. It's so hard to get it right.
It really is.
I really like the lip serum, so I think that's going to be like the thing that we need to make it happen. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on right now. But how about you?
This week has been a little trying. My lender made a very, 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 very large mistake on my PPP loan, and like thousands and thousands of dollars mistake. And
like short?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
No.
Yeah. A typo. And I am just trying to not lose my shit about it.
Yeah.
Because now to go and fix it is like, honestly, I don't know that it will ever happen. They're so inundated with PPP loans to try and fix a mistake like that.
That sucks.
It does suck because, you know, we've been hit so tremendously hard. So it's a little frustrating. It's a little disappointing. But you know, we'll just keep on trucking and I don't know.
Sucks, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It does. It does suck because, you know, when you when you're told, yeah, you're going to have that money in 4 days, and then, you know, it gets screwed up for whatever reason. That's hard. It's really hard. You know, small business just keeps, you know, yeah. So working through that, you know, but I've got a really cool plan set up of how I was going to spend that money. So now I need to, you know, it's likely not coming in. If it does ever come, it's in the, you know, distant future or whatever. So now I need to flip gears a little bit and go into like straight hardcore grind and hustle mode and figure out how to get that money with some other things. And so I gotta do some strategy and figure out how because the plan I had in place on how, you know, to use that was solid. And so now I still want to execute the plan. We just have to figure out a different way to fund it, because it could, you know, it'll be great. But so a little disappointing, but working through that. I mean, that
sucks.
That's business. That's being an entrepreneur, right?
Speaking of business and entrepreneur, how's your supply chain? Have you been having any issues with it?
Yes, we had major issues in the beginning. Starting to get more on track. But it's still taking about 2 weeks longer than what it normally takes, which has been a little frustrating, but it's, you know, slowly starting to get a little bit better. It's still just the material, you know, thread, bead, all that kind of stuff. We're pretty much on track, but material is still a little far out. And then, you know, to rub salt in the wound with our PPP loan, our costs went up.
Same.
Tremendously. I mean, mind-blowingly. Like over double.
Are you gonna adjust your pricing?
I did. I've been avoiding it, but I did. I finally went on and figured out where I needed my pricing and everything to be. And I hate price increases, because I know the power of these blankets. I know how much they help, and I want them to be accessible to everyone, because our quality and the way we engineer our blankets is so great that the benefits of them I know are so powerful. But I can't lose money.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm in the same boat. Yeah, it sucks because it's getting worse on the supply chain end for me. I thought that I've been sort of eking through over the last probably about year now, since it started, but it just keeps getting worse. Like, my supplier went from this is out of stock, expecting to be restocked by June, to just a TBA date. They don't know when they're getting stuff in. And so I'm having to, it's so hard, because I'm having to like redesign my products using what's available. And
right.
I don't know how long those things are going to be available. Right now, I just ordered some metal lids for my glass jars, because the plastic has been out of, which is good. Metal's better.
That's cool. Yeah.
But it's 3 times the price. So I'm like, ugh. So, and then like my Boston rounds that I use for my sprayers, I found aluminum ones, which is really cool because I would much rather use aluminum.
Yeah.
But again, 3 times the price.
Right.
So I'm kind of making those adjustments, and I think that what I'm going to need to do in the interim is raise the prices on those things just so that I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, like we're already just barely breaking even. I can't
Yeah.
go down that road. I like
Right.
it was painful. I did a supply chain order this week and I was just like, I just spent how much money on packaging?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I did the same thing, and
yeah.
and then with some of my suppliers, the more you order, you get your quantity discounts, and so I try I pushed it up as much as I possibly could, so and but still have cash flow be okay,
Yeah.
because it's when we put in a purchase order, they're not small, they're thousands and thousands of dollars, so
Hmm.
which is unfortunate because sometimes that means we're out of stock on things way longer than what I would like. But we don't have big margins as it is, just because, I really do just want lots of people to be able to have access to a really good quality weighted
Hmm.
blanket, because not all weighted blankets are created equally.
Yeah.
So we don't have huge margins in the first place. So that means we do have to push back our purchase orders a little bit so that I can get the quantity discounts. Because otherwise we just like we'd always be in the negative, because
Yeah.
it's just not always about the money.
Yeah.
It's about helping people and getting them out there.
Right.
And that's hard sometimes. And so I had to have that like big talk with myself, saying, hey, look, I get that you want to help people, but you also have a family to feed. So you know what?
Hmm.
A good business person knows and doesn't hesitate when they have to do a price increase, because it's inevitable. It makes sense
Right.
for the business.
Right.
And so I
Yeah.
had to have that big talk with myself and be like, you know what, it's going to be okay. And I literally have been dreading it for so long, because I knew it was coming down the pipe. And as I'm going through on our website and increasing all of these prices, as I started, I was just sick to my stomach. And by the end, I was like, okay, you know what? It's gonna be okay. This is
Yeah.
okay. It was like this weird, like, I don't know, just this like sense of like calm, that you know what, you're doing what you need to do. It's okay. Everything's gonna be
Hmm.
fine.
It's hard for me because a lot of the feedback that I've been gathering from customers, like what holds you back from purchasing from a small business? They usually say the price is more than I can get it anywhere else.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there is power in purchasing. Like if you're doing
right.
huge quantities like big box stores, like if you're ordering pallets and pallets at a time,
You
yeah,
get a
they
killer
have the
deal.
ability to drive the cost down, but I can't do that. And so,
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't had a price increase for probably, we've only done it once in the life of our business. And it's definitely time because of these increased costs. And I mean, we just moved into a smaller space to try to make ends meet better. And
right.
now I'm having to do this. Like, it's shitty. I don't like
Yeah,
it. I really don't, because I don't feel like it's in the best interest of the customer. But if I have any hope of continuing, then I think I've got to. And I really just hope that my customers understand that and don't feel bad about paying another dollar. You know what I mean? It's just,
right.
and I'm only going to do it on the products that I've seen the increased costs on. And I hope that as soon as supply chain evens out that we can come back down, but it's just,
Yeah,
oh, it's so hard. And I
it is.
mean, like I want to start advertising my business, but then something like this happens and it's like,
Right.
okay, well, do I increase my costs and be able to advertise so that I can stay in business? Or do I leave things as is and hope for the best? Like it's kind of just, I'm in that weird,
Yeah,
hard place.
it's like a
So,
double-edged sword.
mhm. And I mean, I've been thinking back and forth about that increased idle loan. I
Oh
could
yeah,
do that, But is that going to put me in a better place? Like, I don't know at this point.
Right.
I hesitate to take on more debt at this point because we're just getting to the part where, like, the point where we're breaking even after losing thousands of dollars last year. So it's hard. It's really hard. I'm in a really difficult place right now. So
that's a huge decision. I did end up, because you have to like, you like, they send you the email and you literally just have to like email them back and then just wait. Right. So, after everything happened with the PPP loan, I was like, dude, I gotta do what I gotta do. Because we're still, I mean, we're babies. Moxie Blankets is just a baby. And so, I did send, fill out the information in the email and send it in. I haven't heard anything back. I don't suspect I'll hear anything back for a little while.
Probably gonna be a while. Yeah.
But I did end up having to do that after everything that had happened. And so,
did you just request an amount, or you just emailed them back and said, yeah, I'm interested?
Yeah, you don't you don't request an amount. You literally just give them like your loan number, your app number, your business name, and owner's names, and really that's really all they asked for.
And then you could just decline it once they come back.
Yep.
Maybe I'll do that just to see where I'm at that time.
Yeah. If they come back and they're like, hey, you can get an extra like $70,000, well, that's too much. We're not going to take on that much debt. But
going on vacation.
Exactly.
That's not how you spend business money, everybody. Just a side note.
No, oh my gosh, that is so funny that you said that. I met with a client, and his wife was in, and she's like, we're going over like the PPP and the idle and what's gonna be best and this and that, and she's like, yeah, let's get as much as we can. We're going on vacation. I was like, whoa, no. She's like, well, I just want my vacations paid for. I'm like, that's not how it works. This money is not so you can go on vacation. It's so the business can thrive. And she's like, well, and I'm like, nope, there is no well. There is no well. You get to use this money strictly for business. And she's like, then I don't know if we want it.
That is
like, oh my gosh.
Very concerning to me, because how many other people out there think that way?
Have that same mindset.
Right. That's kind of disturbing, but well, anyway, I think we're getting a little long here, so maybe we'll wrap that portion up for today. Do you have a sexism of the week to share?
Men, don't assume that a woman doesn't know anything about football, because guess what? I could probably talk circles around you when it comes to football. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't need to be mansplained about zone coverage or man-to-man. I know what a route is. And we'll just say.
I can hold my own, but I definitely don't know everything there is to know, because I'm like, I get on and off the fence with football. Like, sometimes I'm interested, sometimes I'm not, but I definitely know enough to like watch a game and understand what's happening. So
yeah. I just Yep. It was interesting conversation. And then I totally forgot. I totally forgot. I do have another, that was more like personal, but this was business. So at the track meet yesterday, I had a very, very important call at 4:00, but I wasn't going to miss Kaja's track meet, right? So Kaja's, she does the long jump. She did her very last jump at 4:01, and my meeting started at 4. So I had the meeting up, and they were just kind of chit-chatting amongst themselves. And then I went into the meeting. Okay. It was freezing cold, right? So I had a hat on, I had a sweatshirt on, I had a vest on, I was pretty bundled up and everything. And I'm doing this meeting, and there was this person next to me, and they were they were side busting, to be quite honest. And we're going through this, and, I hung up, and he's like, oh, business meeting. And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, that's interesting attire to wear to a business meeting. And I was like, yeah, I'm a mom and a business owner. So, I do whatever I need to do in order to get it done. And guess what? Even this attire, I just killed it in that meeting. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, yeah? And I was like, yep. He's like, oh, just can't imagine wearing a hat to a meeting. And I was like, well.
Why do you even care?
I said, I'm going to tell you what. The hat looks way better than my drenched, wet, rained-on hair. So
Seriously.
there's that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's
So
like,
crazy.
oh. I was just like, you know what, dude? One, none of your business, bro. Like, if that's how I choose to conduct business, that doesn't affect your paycheck. So keep it moving. Like, it was interesting.
That is interesting. I love how people try to insert their expectations into our lives, or their opinions, I guess. I don't know.
I was like, whatever. You know what? That meeting is going to be very lucrative for my business. And I did it in a hat and a hoodie and a vest.
Yeah, I like it.
At a track
Hustling.
meet. So there you go.
Hustle. This is the definition of hustle. Yep. Awesome. Hey. Well, I think that's all we got for today. I actually finished my coffee, so I cannot caffeinate.
I still got a little left. I'll caffeinate for the both of us.
Okay, I'll go hydrate. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
See you later.